Hey guys, well I'm going to do another cleaning one on how to clean coins. Last time I posted one about cleaning the coins, had a few posts saying that we're destroying them and everything. We do take care, we do look for valuable coins, but when they're green and crusted, there's no way you can sort of clean them, so we have to use a bit of salt and vinegar. Now someone posted about the $2 coin, how it goes pink all the time if you use the vinegar and the salt. Well, I've come across that too, so what I do now is I either use Coke or Fanta or just a fizzy drink and put them in the fizzy drink, so they're all the $2 and dollars. And over a period of time they're starting to clean up. I only dropped them in about 5 minutes ago, so you know, give them at least 2-3 hours. Now the other ones, since I've got so many all in one hit, I've gridded it and took a video of it and everything like that. Now I separate everything, so in here that's the 20s and the 50s, 10s and 5s, 1s and 2s. This is from last week still, 50s and 20s and some pre-decimals there and some coppers. Also here coppers and silvers. Now sometimes when they're so green and cruddy, you've got to keep on looking for the first 15 minutes to see if you've got a silver mixed in with the coppers or a copper mixed in with the silver. And if you've got any sort of coppers mixed with silvers, you'll see it straight away because the pink will go over everything. Now another thing, these coins, it's not like we find them in the dirt and they're all good and you'll be able to just clean them up with a brush, and these are pretty crudded. Now for an example, a florin, Australian florin here, when that comes out of the mint, it weighs up at 11.31. So let's just take an example here. Now this, if they're in the water, the wet sand and the dampish salt water, they get a green crustation on them, which is the sand all crusted onto them while they're damp. But if they come out, this one come out of the ground, not too bad. Now I haven't cleaned it with anything harsh or anything, and it's a pretty good looking one, better than some of the ones I find. It's a 1953, so it's not that old, but let's have a look again. So the weight of it's supposed to be 11.31. And what do we got? 10.37. 11.31. So she's almost lost a gram in 50 years. So, you know, let's go back to some of these coppery ones and everything. Well, after 100 years in the conditions of those salt water and sand, and don't forget sandpaper just gnaws at it. So really, when you're finding 200 coins at a time, this is the really only way you can process them all. And when I do have a look at these 50s, I'll look for some decent 50s, but 10s, 20s, 1s, 2s, all the rest of them are just paperweight, and if you can shine them up and buy bread and milk for them, even better. But they do lose weight, and even the rings. People say, oh, did you try and find who the owner was and everything? Well, half these rings are 20 years old maybe, and after the sand and the salt water's done a dinner to them, if you brought them from the jeweler for, say, you know, 10 grams or something, by the time we find them, they're running at like 5 and 4 and 6 grams. So, you know, they're not even feasible to put back on your hand again because they get so thin they can just snap off. If it's lost a couple of grams, it's not going to fit your finger and it'll probably slip off within the first day. So anyway, we try and get back as much jewellery as we can, but I post mine and give the people the option to ring up and contact me, but that's the best we can do really. Alright guys, don't forget we do a good service by pulling out all the junk out of the ground. Now these are my other ones here. Now these 20s and 50s, once you get them to a decent sort of colour, if you leave them too much longer in the vinegar and the salt, they start to go black and reverse themselves on it, and it turns out to be a nasty mess again. So once they get to about this stage here where they're not too bad, you got to rip them out of that and put them into oil, virgin olive oil or castor oil, and then that will just get them a nice cleanish colour. They'll come up really good in the oil. You can leave them in the oil for as long as you want. When you pull them out of the oil, they'll be really nice. Bit of a bitch to clean after they come out of the oil again. But there you go. That's cleaning and cleaning coins when you get masses of them. Alright guys, see ya.